All right, Shalom, Shalom. I give all praise up now. Yahweh, Bashem, Mashak, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash. Peace and blessings to all the believers baptized in the New Testament for remission of sins. And today I want to deal with a little bit of Theophory in the Bible, man. All right, which the word Theophory is the practice of embedding the name of a god or a deity. It's like the name of a god or a deity in usually a proper name. Much Hebrew theophory occurs in the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament. The most prominent theophory involves names referring to El, a word meaning might, power, and a god in general, and hence in Judaism, God and among the Canaanites, the name of the god who was the father of Baal, right? Baal, which his father is El, which is the Most High, man. This is why what they refer to us as Israel, okay? Because El is what? The name of the Most High, one of the Most High's names, right? Which means God, right? Also, you have what? Ezekiel, all right? And I'm going to get other theophory names in the Bible. And you also have Yah, which is a short form of Yahweh or Yahweh, all right? Leviathan deities, especially the storm god, Hadar, the epithet Baal, meaning Lord, and later times as the conflict between Yahwism, right? Which this goes into Theophory. Let's keep it going. It says El Theophory. The following is an alphabetical list of names referring to El and their meanings in Hebrew. You have Abdiel, servant of God; Abiel, God of my father; you got Ariel, right, which means lion of God; you got Masiel, mountain and judgment of God; you got Azael, right, whom God strengthens; you got Azazel, God strengthens or arrogant to God; you got Azrael, help of God; you got Barakiel, lightning of God. You know, you got different ones, man, which is showing you El is going back to God. You have Bethel on the list, man, which everybody should know about the house of Bethel, right, which means the house of God. See that? And then you have other ones that have El in their name. You have Daniel, which means judged by God or judgment of God. You got Elad, God forever. You got Eliana, my God answers. You have Elijah, right, or an Elias, which Elijah means whose God is Yah, right? God Yah, the strong, right? Which Elijah has two names. It has El and it has Yah in it, right? Which Yah is the abbreviation of the Tetragrammaton. Which Yah is Yam, the God of the sea when you do your homework, all right? And El, that's why Elijah, because El means God, you know. El means God, but El is also referred to other gods too. So you got to know which El it's talking about. But when you said Elijah, it's talking about the God Yah, which Yah is Yam when you do your homework. Okay. It says the strong Jah, God of Jah, my God is Yah, referred to the meaning of both Elijah. You have Elisha, which says salvation of God, God, because you have El and then you have Shah. The word Shah means goes back to Yeshua, or to have salvation or be saved of God. And as you can see, we have more Theophory. You have El Elishama, you got Elishua, Eleazar, which all is dealing with God. You got El Malik, you got Elizabeth, You have Elkanah, which was I forgot. I think that goes back into Samuel. I got to go back. I think that might be Samuel's dad, if I'm not mistaken. But then you have Emmanuel, man. Also, you got Samuel, bro. Samuel. Samuel has El in his name, which goes back to God, man. We have Emmanuel. We got Ezekiel. Jake, y'all read the book of Ezekiel. Okay? God will strengthen. Right? You have Ezrael, Gabriel, which is an angel, man. You have the archangel Michael. As y'all can see, El is all in the Bible, man. It's Theophory, which El is the father of who? Yah and Baal, man. Which is talking about the Most High. All right? Now we got more names on the list. We have Gamaliel and other names, man. All these names have El in them, man. See, we got Ishmael. Hey, even Ishmael has El in his name. That's why you have what? Heard by God. Because of what? If I'm not mistaken, Hagar and the angel hearkened to Hagar's voice, if I'm not mistaken, when she was crying. All right, so guess what? The Ishmaelites, they heard of God, man. They heard of our God. This is why they call on El and say Allah and all that, man. You know, because Allah is the same as El. You know what I'm saying? We have Allah in our Hebrew as well as El. It's different ways of saying El. Just like you have you have Elohim, Allah. You know, different ways of saying it, man. All right? You got Ezekiel. You got Israel. You got, you know what I'm saying, Michael. It's different ways, man. That's why the scripture says, hey, like the scripture says that God may be in awe. Hey, the Lord put his name on his creation, man. All right? Even the Lord talk about putting the name of the Lord upon the children of Israel, man. All right, you got Jeremiel, all these names that have El in it. Israel, okay? Or brothers who like to say Yasha Allah. All right, it's still El, okay? This is why when the Lord was on the cross, what he says, Eli, Eli, right? Lama sabachthani, man. All right, he was calling upon El. All right. Okay, we got all these different names that have El in it, man. You have Michael, who is like God, man. All right. You got Nathaniel on that thing. All different type of names, man, that have El in it, which means Nathaniel means gift of God. You got Samuel on there, which Samuel was a man of the Lord, and he clearly had what? El in his name, which El is referring to the Father. And it could be referring to Yahweh Shai, and it could be referring to various other gods, right? Just like, but you got to know which one. But like, for the most part, El goes back to the Most High. It's just like saying God in English, but you don't know which God you're speaking about, right? But they know they talking about the God of Israel. All right, El, the Father, and El, the Son, man. All right, God Almighty. Al Shaddai, right? Or Al Shaddai, like the brothers say. You have Samuel, which means what? Heard of God. Samuel Allah, some brothers probably would say, right? Different names that have El in it, man. You know, y'all see, you got other names, and we also have what? Uriel, which is one of the archangels. One of the archangels has El in his name, man. Just like the other ones, Gabriel and Raphael, Michael. They all have El in their name, man. You got Uziel, which I think this is the one guy that got smitten with leprosy for trying to burn incense, which wasn't for him to do. He wasn't a Levite. All right. And you have Yapael, beauty of God. You know, and all these other names, man.